Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Mr. JLE93 doing another toy review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at something that I'm less happy about doing, and that is, well, Transformers 3 Dark of the Moon Voyager class Megatron. As you can see though, this is a Voyager class packaging, which is actually slightly better for certain figures such as Ironhide, which I already did a review of, and you can check that out on my channel. And Optimus Prime, I think. Well, I don't know others because I don't have any others. So for the packaging, you can see here you got the big trimey thing with the you press an active weapon thing, and I'll get that in a little bit. As you can see here, you have Megatron is whoa, that's close. Is robot mode, and he's actually not transformed correctly, completely in the packaging. And get that in a little bit because this is actually how I transform it. That's not instructions to say it. I mean, well, I actually like this guy's vehicle mode a whole lot better than this Romo, and I'll get to that as well. You can see he actually has a cloak on his, I think, left arm to hide his damaged face, which I will show in his robot mode. And I don't know how well this is gonna show up, but if you can get, if I zoom in here, you can see inside the packaging, you can see this actually slightly damaged up because, well, of course, how it's packaging. And it's actually normal though for these shoulder panel things to come off because it's actually not secured in there. But I'll get to why I actually don't like this figure. This is not one of my good ones, and this packaging is actually kind of reflective though. Yeah, you can actually kind of see me though. That's because I got double lighting, backlighting, as well as the one behind my head. Well, as you see, it's MechTech with the sort of intermediate. It's Voyager class that's intermediate. Yeah, most of the deluxe classes are also intermediate as well. So this guy is fairly easy if you take out these shoulder bits actually stay there. But I'll get to that in a little. You got MechTech weapon system. So on the side you have a bio, and I can't get it to fit on the screen, all on the screen. So I'm gonna try reading it to you. It says Megatron has lost battles, but he has never been truly defeated. Even after his near total destruction by the Allspark, he returned. This latest loss is nothing to him. He has planned thousands of years in the making that are finally coming to fruition. This time, nothing will stop him from annihilating the Autobots completely. Well, the only problem is he's stopped by both Sentinel and Optimus Prime. Oh, and also you can't forget the U.S. Army. He says that he's been trying to annihilate the Autobots, but the native race of this planet of Earth has been stopping him. Well, basically, he's gotten his also almost extinguished in the first, as it says on the bio. And sorry about that. Camera is kind of wonky today. I don't know what's wrong with my review table, but if you spin around to the back, the picture on the back is actually kind of bad. It's not the camera. It's not your computer either. It's just that the way they do a picture of this is kind of, shitty. So there's one thing I noticed. He's got the cloak on his right arm, but it's right here. It says it's on his left arm, which I think this thing is actually reversed. So the usually pictures here are reversed. As you can see here, blaster, which is this rapid fire thing, converts into a fusion cannon, which looks like a claw. But I think it should be called a division cannon because it charges up by splitting these four. But I'll get to that in a bit. And you can come in here. I don't know if you can see this though, but here's well, vehicle mode. It says it's a Mack truck mode, and it shows the weapon actually storing onto, well, actually goes with the vehicle itself, which is what I actually like about this guys. So I mean, I like the vehicle more. Just saying. So I mean, you can see he's got like, well, the detailing I'll get there in a little bit, but this guy actually takes, well, Megatron takes an Earth mode, which is what I enjoyed. So I mean, it's actually passable though. I mean, I prefer Earth modes over Cybertronian modes. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, it says look for Transformers Prime. Well, it's not showing anymore because they already have the Transformers Prime Predicate Rising movie. I suggest watch it. It's a good one, and you can see it's made in China. Or you got Mac with Bulldog logo and everything. You got trademarks and everything. Come around to this side. Oh, you can't. It says everything. It says the latest battle, and I'm not gonna read all that, but I'm gonna let you guys see it. It's a lot of reading on this package, on this one package. So here's tech specs. Amazing how strong he is. He's got strength of 10, intelligence 10, speed of 10, endurance of 10, rank of 10, courage of 9, fire blast of 10, skill of 9. The only reason why Optimus can beat up Megatron is because, well, Megatron's got a skill of 9 and a courage of 9. Skill of 9, man, you can't beat a Prime. But the only question I have is, why does he have a speed of 10? Well, Starscream, which I also did a review of for the Dark Moon movie, he also has a speed of 10. There's no way a rusty old oil tanker can actually go as fast as a fighter jet. Sometimes I don't even understand what these tech specs are. I'm guessing trying to make Megatron a glorious leader. I don't know. They said Megatron Voyager class. The truth, I don't think this guy should be Voyager class, especially because he's way too small, and I'll get the size comparisons later when we get this guy open. But before we get this guy open, I'd like to give a shout out to Li Zeng Hui, who sold this to me from China, and I suggest you guys all just go visit his eBay page and buy stuff from him, because he gives really good stuff, plus good packaging and all that stuff. Gives you a whole lot of bubble wrap if you guys like to play with it. Just saying. But with all the good packaging, he makes, especially he throws in good stuff such as the sliding puzzle thing, which is actually kind of fun though. I mean, I'm not gonna get a little details though, but he throws in these little extras, which is cool. So check him out, and I'll probably post a link down in the description below to his eBay page or whatever you guys call that. I don't have eBay, so I can't tell you. So that's it. So let's get this guy open and see how cool he actually is. Alright, so here we have Megatron open up and out of his packaging. And before we begin, I would like to say something about the instructions. I mean, as you can see, here's the instructions, just how it comes in the package itself. But for comparison, for comparison, here is this Voyager class, well, instructions compared to another one, how it actually does come out another one. This Ironheart, another one. As you can see, though, yeah, Megatron actually gets a bigger instruction manual. I don't know why they do that, but I guess it's probably because of Megatron. But both of them do actually have the same instruction, well, same number of steps, both sides too. This, I mean, you can see it's got a bigger picture, plus because for the bigger truck or something. But he actually isn't really that big. Probably exaggerating, but I don't know why. So saying this off this side and going to the figure itself. As you can see here, you have him in his, well, I don't know what you call this. Well, I know it's Mack truck, but it's a rusty, old, squeaky rally thing. Rally, not even truck, oil tanker. My bad. Because in the movie, it shows that he is really all beat up, well, not beat up, rusted, and yeah, this, I mean, I'm okay with this vehicle mode itself. The only problem is the size. And for a size comparison, here he is. Well, I can't get him in the whole screen. Here he is next to only other Voyager class I have, and that's Ironhide. And I did a review on this guy, and as you can see here, you can see, yeah, you can clearly see Ironhide is actually much bigger than Megatron. I don't know why they would do that. No, because I've seen oil tankers driving down the road, and they're a whole lot bigger than a pickup. I mean, probably because of going Ironhide, because he's actually Ironhide. Probably, I don't know, but this isn't a Voyager class, because a oil tank would clearly be bigger than a, well, pickup. More formidable size comparison, he is next to, well, Dark of the Moon. Well, that's falling apart. Dark of the Moon, deluxe class, Starscream. Well, kind of the annoyance, pet peeve, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure they even have that one on Cybertron, though, but hey, whatever. Well, this thing's falling apart. Well, you can see here, I mean, man, I need to get a bigger viewer table. As you can see here, they're, well, lined up perfectly low. You can see that Megatron is slightly larger, which he's actually looks a bit too small to be a Voyager class, because a fighter jet shouldn't be that big compared to an oil tanker. I'm not sure though, because I don't know many fighter pilots in the US Air Force. Oh, but I know that this isn't a proper size comparison. And to further say how bad this guy is compared to, here he is next to an Autobot, Ratchet. Yeah, this guy should be renamed down to a deluxe class, not because of this, well, just because his cab part of it is actually a deluxe size. Not really just deluxe size, it's in between a scout class and a deluxe size. I don't know why though, but I mean, I guess they call it Voyager class size because the actual back part. I'll get that in a bit, but here's the size comparison. Yeah, ambulance and a tanker. Not gonna say anything more, but this guy should be a bit bigger. That's all I'm saying. Now to the toy itself. Yeah, you can see that he's a tank, like I said a bunch of times, oil tanker. At least I think what it is, but I've never seen oil tanks with these wheels on the side of the actual tank itself. But other than that, this is one cool toy, which is why I actually love this vehicle mode more than its actual rowing mode. The reason why is because this whole thing is one piece. Nothing here separates. Nothing here separates. Well, this separates. I'll get that in a little bit. Put this thing back on, and this whole thing turns. Well, some of it's like to turn, and it's kind of taking apart too. Get in there. Yep. You can see it actually turned. Actually, well, rotates a little bit, so maybe we can rounding a corner. it also goes all the way, but sometimes, well, hey, what do you know? It does, but sometimes this weapon here gets in the way. I'll get to this in a little bit. Gets in the way though. I mean, yeah, you can see this is kind of falling apart. Get in there. Anyways, this is what? This is, well, one of my least favorite parts, because this grill section, which will become the shoulders, and I'll get that. It actually does pop off. I'll get that. Well, this whole thing is one piece, well, except for, well, like I said, this detaches, and the detailing is okay. Well, I mean, it actually matches when in a movie. It's not entirely screen accurate though, possibly because it doesn't really squeak though. But I can understand why they wouldn't put a squeak though, because they would get Hasbro would get complaints that it sounds like this will break. Otherwise, that is actually pretty close though. I mean, there are some minor flaws though, and it's mainly the cloak, and in robot mode, it's the arms. Getting a little bit, and for detailing though, I mean, you could see he's got all this old rust part of it. It's actually cool. You have it on the tank itself. He's similar to his back. Well, you can't see the back. Nothing here except for the cloak, which I'll get to in a little bit. And you have it on here too, and as well as the front, I think. Nope, not in the front. And you can actually see, I don't know why you see, but this thing keeps attaching. You can see he's actually got gauges, everything, gauges, however you want to pronounce it. And everything shows you the actual tanker. And you got the nice wheels here, which all rolls well. But since I'm using a hardwood table, it actually doesn't. Not all the wheels actually do touch the ground though. But if you put on paper, which I'm not gonna show you though, but you can try it yourself. But if you put on paper, it'll actually roll a whole lot better. And with detailing though, I mean, you can see here. I mean, you can see it actually has fine outline of a door with red, darkish red tinted windows. You can see here this front part, this driver's side window is actually kind of out. I don't know why. I don't know why any truck would want that, but I'm guessing it's just to signify this is full side of space and this one's side that's damaged. I don't know, but this part looks sort of like his backpack. On the front, it actually does say Mac on the front grille, and you can see he's got lights and everything. I mean, you can kind of see his sort of bulldog ornament. Not a bulldog, it looks kind of like a sphinx. For the cloak itself, I mean, it actually doesn't really peg in, it just sits there. I mean, take it off. It's actually just a soft pliable rubber, I think, or is that or soft plastic? But if you want to like take this out, because it's cloak that he wears in robot mode. So I mean, yeah. I mean, you can see that it looks old, and it actually mimics buckles and straps, which is cool, and it actually looks like it's tattered and all worn down. I mean, I don't know why you get this on the screen. I don't know why you can see this though, but it looks like it's kind of worn here, and not anywhere else. But what I noticed though, I mean, I don't know what you noticed about which way the wind is blowing. I noticed that everything is pointing in that direction, so the wind looks like it should be coming from behind. It looks like he's driving backwards. He's driving forward, and just something I noticed. I could be wrong though, but his cloak takes off, and when you take it off, it looks like he's got tanker. You can see his much more details. What's the back? But you can't really see much robot cable unless you completely like flip it over. Yeah, you can see everything. That's the point of this. I mean, unless you want to show, get a plane that transforms. That's what I'm saying. But One thing I like about this guy is weapon actually coincides with. If you got self and that is actually right here. Take this, and it goes actually kind of nicely though. I mean, the only problem with this is one, Megatron can't hold it. No, his rollout mode, because his arm peg is a bit too big, kind of size around. And one thing I noticed, these weapons, this thing can't attach. And I show you what the Voyager class weapons can do. You can combine this Voyager are the base weapons which you attach to any other ones, like the deluxe classes and whatever you want to do. You can have fun make other weapons. But this weapon, this is blaster, which is fires like middle, this first, this, and then that, and keep firing. And this is actually how close I have in a Mech weapons game on the Hasbro website for Transformers. You can check that out. Just hasbro.com/Transformers. You can play the Mech weapons challenge from Dark of the Moon movie. Yeah, I know that's kind of out of date because I'm doing this in January 2014. Yeah, but to activate it, you take this ladder, push it in, and you have this fusion which should actually be called the Division Cannon, because in that game, it actually splits the charges and the fires. So, yeah, like if you release it, it comes back. But if you want to lock it, push it forward, and then turn the light to your sight like all Voyager class weapons do, and you could keep charging it. But I don't know why you would do that because it takes forever. If I'm Megatron, I would just keep it like this. But in truth, Megatron never uses this. Don't know what, but he never uses this. He uses like another like assault rifle or whatever you call it. Yeah, but you can see he's got wheels which are exact same thing as the wheels he has, but not colored. But detailing, you can see he's got like the residue dust thing on here. You can see on the bottom, not much except for all the screws. My only problem with this is, I know you can hear this, but as you extend the weapon, it actually kind of rubs in on the inside right here. I don't know how this is going to show up though, but you can kind of see with this one, it's already starting to corrode a bit. I'm kind of scared of actually playing with this for a long time though. It might actually break. So right here, yeah. Other than that, I'm okay with it. To attach this to Megatron, you fold this black handle out all the way. Well, all the way. Takes plug into the spring-loaded one, which is actually kind of cool. Which is actually on most Transformers, you take this kind of get in there. Oh, you get in right. It's gonna look like that, but hang down so you can see it though. But if you're driving here, if I were an autopilot and I hear something squeaky coming down, going real fast, sounds like a big engine, like kind of sounds like Optimus Prime driving down the road, I would know to get out of there before I even see this thing blasting. I wouldn't even need to hear this thing blasting. I would know they already get the heck out of there. And get this thing out. Man, another kind of set to the de-transform. While we're in this mode, in this mode, let's get this transform. Well, don't like it because these weapons, these ports, this one doesn't spring back, which is actually kind of fortunate though, because you have to use something like unbent paper clip to actually put this back into place. Yeah, what I don't like about it is that this front part actually kind of detaches easily. It slides back in though, but when you see me transform, I will actually take it off because this will fall off. Like it doesn't actually clip in anywhere; just falls off. Well, big transformation. Let's get to it. To transform this guy, what you want to do first? Come around to the back. Take this, open up the back, and change this thing down like so. Do this. Do the same other side because these are going to form his legs, well, feet. And take this, fold down. Take this whole back of the tank, and then fold him. Well, what do you call that? Accordion down. And you can see peg goes into the slot, which I'm kind of afraid of. You can see it's got some stress. Yeah, can't speak today. Stress marks. If you hinge it down correctly, you can actually kind of peg it in there, get in there. As well as this too, it's all the way hinged down, so it should peg in there correctly. You have his legs, separate them. Oh, feet. Already touch them. If you haven't, right there, zoom up. These should be just full out. I'm not sure if I'm breaking it though. Take these out. Stretch your legs out so I don't actually damage it even more. Take this. Well, this thing already stuck. Catch it. Come on, man. Get in there. Rotate this around 180 degrees. Do the same with the other side. That's already starting to kind of peg. What I don't like about this guy, where I'll get into that in a moment, because feet, he actually doesn't stand. So what you do, you take his crotch piece, fold it up, hook it in, like so. Essentially, there you have his legs. Panning up so you can actually see him though. But here's what you do: take this, rotate, flip the smokestack part up. Excuse me. Those kind of dry. Take this whole thing, arms, lift them up or out, detach them, and then you can rotate it around, and you have his torso bit form onto the top of the vehicle, or front, not top. What am I saying? Take this whole front bumper thing. I can't speak. Put it down like so. Well, take his arms, of course, fold it down. Get this thing down as far as possible, and then make sure you take this whole hood thing, separate them, do like so. Do like so. Do the same with the other one. You can kind of see his head right in there. Not kind of. You can see it. Take this whole thing, fold it down. Take this. What would have been the shortest if this mine was packaged better. The black parts will be right here. This thing also detaches well. That's kind of nuisance, and I'll get that in a little bit. Once you have these things up, you can roll his arms like forward, like so, and bring his shoulders down like that. Up so you can actually see. You can lift up this backpack thing, pull his head out completely, so you can actually move this thing forward. Accordion this thing up and push it in. Oh, this thing you can just leave back like that, or you can put that down. If you can, there you go. You push it all the way in. These things are supposed to separate, but I'm afraid I might break something if I do. So I'm kind of afraid to do, so I'm not gonna do it. But if you actually want to see a better review, I suggest you go over to Optibotomist channel. Just type in that name, Optibotomist, like Optimus, but with bot in the middle, and you can see a better review of this. I'm not saying he does better reviews though, but you can actually see that I'm actually not doing such a good job of this. First, because this thing isn't cooperating with me. And there you have Megatron is, rolling. Well, got the hands, sorry about that. Fold the hands out. You can't see it, but it was originally like this. Take this full hands out. And now you have him in this lower mode. One thing I noticed about the feet, I don't know if you can see this though, but he actually doesn't, he actually has his heels that come down lower than his foot. So what you're gonna do here, just gotta set my camera in the same position. What you wanna do is just take his feet, kind of push it down a little. It's kind of like he's got bigger shin, so therefore he can stand. But he's kind of starting to lean. Megatron. No, oh, you can take this his back wheels and or float there like so. Yes, I know this is a 30-minute video, almost a 30-minute video, but I'll get this in a little bit. I won't transform back to robot mode. Oh, vehicle mode, sorry. Here is cool, robot mode. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. You see though that his face looks damaged. Yeah, damaged because Optimus blew up his Megatron's face with his Megatron's own gun. Kind of smooth though. I'm more of an Autobot fan than a Decepticon fan. Don't know why, but just don't ask me. You see he's got damaged up face. Got nice detailing though. I mean, you can see his abs, you can see this, see his arms, which are actually kind of cool. You got his horribly misconfigured hands, because it's the same on both sides. And I don't know how well you guys can see this though, but this is more reflective than his abs because it's got like a shiny silverish paint to it. And yes, this is actually kind of, what do you call this? Army green? I don't know. But you can see he's got the hinges everywhere. And, well, yeah, that's it to hide his, well, damaged face, if this guy wants to stand, though, I mean, you would need to take his cloak, which you show, which is actually right here. You do is just take this, like, whole part, out like so. Do this right here, take this, you can see a peg here that goes to both slots. I don't know why they would have that though, because it only fits on one way, and that's on his left arm. Do this, stick it right through here like so, and kind of peg it in. If you can get his head correctly, it's kind of not cooperating with me, but okay. Get this right like so. You can't get it because mine doesn't fit in there. See, it actually shows him hiding his face. Actually kind of cool. So you have him in his rope by hidden face. Well, you can see, kind of looks like Anakin Skywalker. Right, you can see he's hiding his left side, hiding his bad face. Kind of ashamed. Right, for his articulation. Well, I did, but his head's on a ball joint, and he's got some awesome light piping though. I forgot to get to it though. He's got awesome light piping though. You can see his whole back half of his head is light. So if you get in the right light though, I don't know how well he can do stuff, but his whole face will close on coming off. So I'm gonna leave it off. Off the side, I mean, Megatron. This guy's got cool things. It's not really ball joint. It's kind of like on a hinge, two hinge, double hinge, or whatever. So you could get this here. So you could go like that. He's got two joints on the elbow, one right here and one kind of. If I could do this though, right here, like so, you can make him look kind of weird. He also rotates right here, right below the shoulder, and he's got wrist thing due to transformation. His fingers unfortunately do not move, and he can rotate around due to transformation. His legs are on a ball joint, go in and out, do whatever. Knees are also on the hinge. I don't know what just happened though, but you can rotate below the knee, well, on the knee, and his feet do this, yeah, for his weapon. Sorry if I'm speeding this through, but he can't actually hold it, unfortunately though, but you stick this, it'll actually peg into this arm right here, as well as his back. I'm not going to get to it though, because I kind of want to keep this under 30 minutes. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my review. Please leave a comment down for anything I can improve. And this is Mr. J. Lee, 93.